Hey, thank you guys. Sorry about the delay there. I had some issues with my computer being able to run the software. Um, there's still a chance that it may do it again, so I do apologize. I'll try to get the warnings out to as many people as I can. We're watching the current situation going on in Missouri, Illinois. Lots to talk about as these storms are pushing off further and further to the northeast. We got multiple warnings going on right here across the line. Currently, these storms are in Missouri, but they are pushing into the Illinois border. So we're just continuing to watch that right now. This first severe thunderstorm warning is going to be moving into Shipman 204, which is about right now. 209 Royal Lake, Deutscher, Gillespie, East Gillespie, Raymond, Harville, Morrisonville, and Palmer. If you're in any of these areas, just be mindful there's damaging winds coming into your area. Make sure that you're paying attention to the weather. Things could happen very quickly, and damage can be done. Gusts being reported close to 60 miles, over 60 miles an hour actually. This is another severe thunderstorm warning going towards Centerville, East St. Louis, Washington Park. That would be occurring right now. Swansea at 208, Belleville at 209, Fairview Heights 210, Collinville 213, O'Fallon at 215, Troy 222, and Highland at 236. Do apologize, guys, if there was any delay there. I am trying to get things figured out, and we are back live, so watching current conditions going on right now. I'm using a new setup here for my radar to give you guys better coverage. Also show storm reports like this. This is a tree down with these storms in Cape Girardeau, so very, very dangerous storms going on right now. Like I said, I do apologize about the issue with the live stream quitting out. It was not something I did intentionally. It went out because of issues with my computer, which I'm hoping don't happen again, but I'm going to continue to watch out. I'm going to close some of these windows, hoping this might help. Okay, so in Illinois, we do have that severe thunderstorm warning. That is for Bond, Clinton, Madison, Monroe, St. Clair, and Washington. That's going to be this entire tornado warning here. Check on northwest Memphis. Yes, we do have a storm down there. We'll take a look at KNQA. Oh yeah, it's a very, very strong storm here. This is going to be... let's see. That's going to be on the Arkansas, or I guess that'd be very southern Missouri, just north of Memphis. Oh no, that would be Arkansas. Okay. So there is a severe thunderstorm warning for Arkansas as well. I'm trying to find. Oh, here it is. Crittenton, Cross, Mississippi, and Poncet. Let's take a look here. Go into our base velocity. I don't see anything that would scream. Oh, actually, right here is where I would be watching. Actually, there might be a tornado on this one. Actually, near Lepanto. Do you see that, Jackson? That is a CC drop, and it's a pretty slap in your face kind of CC drop. There might be a tornado on the ground. That might be a active QLCS tornado on the ground right now. Thank you for bringing that one up to my attention. This is going to be in Arkansas. And that's going to be moving into Tennessee here. Whew. That was a nice catch there. I was not even looking in this area right now. Let's take a back look here. This would be near Highway 77 and 135. This would be located in near Etowah, Arkansas, and it's moving over towards Dell, Bethelville. If you're in those areas, you need to be underground. I'm calling tornado possible on that. That is a relatively strong CC drop in that last frame. Yeesh. If you go back frame here, it doesn't look as prevalent, but right there was a pretty strong couplet. I'm actually gonna save that. ARWX1, 2, Tor, CC. Look at blight base velocity. Yeah, I definitely think there could have been a brief tornado there. Yeah, it's very weird. I'm gonna save those two just to archive them so I can go back and really look at it. But yeah, I mean, that's a decent couplet right there. And pretty much gone now. So that might have been a brief tornado. And that's why I feel like it's vital that we're helping to get these warnings out today. That had me a little concerned. Still does. We're still paying attention to these our severe thunderstorm warnings here in Illinois and Missouri. So we still got these going on right now. I gotta figure out what's wrong with my other software. I don't know what's going on with this. Sorry guys. This software is incredibly labor intensive on my computer for what I have. That's why it keeps crashing this software. I'm trying to do my best with the computer that I have right now. Here we go. Here's the radar now. You can see where that warm front is. That's where a lot of these storms are forming just south of it. Thank you for watching, guys. I do appreciate it. I don't know. Let's take a look at our market. Sorry, Arkansas tornado or severe thunderstorm warning. Let's take a look at our details here. Starting to look like it's really wrapping around there. We got a couple little areas of inflow notch, but the one that I'm really concerned about is right here. Right now I'm not seeing anything major. Actually, why does it look like there's a large CC drop right here? Let's investigate that. I would say it's probably just damaging winds or something. That's a little too far in front of that line for a QLCS tornado. But definitely still watching this kink right here that's going to be pushing over towards Marie. If anybody has any questions at any time, be more than happy to help look. Definitely getting these Boeing segments here that are pretty strong. Just wait for that radar to load in here. About these radars right now, but they're like patiently waiting for them to load. There we go. Some very strong possible damaging winds going on here. I would say possibly upwards of 60-70 miles an hour. Still got a couple of these little inflow kinks. Boeing segment here, damaging winds coming into Evansville. Thank you everybody who has tuned into the live stream. We'll go shoot down to our Memphis storm here. Take a look at the data. Still got a little bit of a couplet there that I'm watching. Nothing really showing up on CC at the moment. But this is for Arkansas right now. Going back up to our other severe storms. Still watching these continue to roll on. If I can find a radar to use. Fortunately, that's probably the closest radar. These storms are moving at almost 50 miles an hour. They do have some probably penny-sized hail in them. It's going to be in over Center. Well, it's already past Centerville. So the next areas in line right now are going to be Highland. It should be over Troy right now. Got an update on the warning there. Okay, so Troy, it should be in Troy right now. It's going to be heading to Lebanon, St. Jacob, Trenton, New Baden, Highland, Avison, Breeze, or Breezy, I don't know how it's pronounced there, Greenville, and Vandilla. If you're in any of those areas, you need to be mindful that the storm is pushing east into your area. I'm doing good, Maria. How are you? Just monitoring our current severe weather threat ongoing. Thank you so much for the 6 people watching. New storms entering Tennessee. Okay. I'm glad to hear you're getting your treatment, Maria. Sorry you're going through that. Can't be easy. So there's a new mesoscale discussion going on right now. Isolated strong to severe gusts are possible.
There is one new severe thunderstorm warning for Missouri.
We got a new severe thunderstorm warning for Missouri. This is going to be for Bollinger, Cape Girardeau, Scott, and Stobart counties in Missouri. It was moving northeast at 50 miles per hour. I'll show you guys exactly where that line is. It's moving into Cape Girardeau. So it's going to be this area right about here. So this should be the new warning right here. We'll grab the Paducah radar, and we're starting to get a better look at the Paducah radar, so we'll use that right now for this. A little bit of an inflow kink there. We do have a storm track for this setup, so this is going to be in Oron at 246. Haywood City, 246, Morley at 246, 251 into Benton, to 303 in Thebes, 313 in Mounds, 313 in Tams, 315 in Pulaski, 320 in Olin, and Olmsted, and 321.
There is one new severe thunderstorm warning for Illinois.
So new severe thunderstorm warning for Randolph, St. Clair, and Washington counties in Illinois. This is going to be just shy of Mount Vernon and Centralia. This is just an extension of the warnings to the north. That's going to be right here. So at 234 Chester, 235 Marissa, 236 Sparta, 239 in Tilden, 240 Steelyville, 242 in Perry, 242 in Coulterville, 255 in, how do you pronounce that? Penickeyville, And 258 Nashville and Duquan at 304. If you're in any of those areas, that damaging wind and hail threat is going to be making its way over into your general areas. So just a heads up. Take it back down to our Arkansas severe weather threat here. Doesn't look like there's much of a tornado threat down. Let's go to QNQA. Looks like we are getting some damaging wind reports. A semi-truck was blown over on Interstate 55 southbound at mile marker 44. Severe thunderstorm wind. This is according to an emergency manager. There was a tree knocked over to the entrance of the Arklaplex in Blytheville. We'll go to our base velocity and still showing that little inflow notch, which kind of has me concerned here. There is a little bit of a CC near Kaiser that I'm kind of concerned about there being a possible tornado. So we'll have to keep watching that. This is going to be into Arkansas into Tennessee, so new mesoscale discussion, and that's for parts of southern and central Illinois. Convection will pose a threat for damaging wind gusts and a possible brief tornado being outlined by the National Weather Service. We'll have to watch this threat up here. Get back up to our Paducah radar. Unfortunately,
there is one new severe thunderstorm warning for Illinois and Missouri.
So we got a new severe thunderstorm warning. This is going to be in another add-on, which is going to be this one right here, including Carbondale. Let's see. That is going to be for Jackson and Perry counties in Illinois, and Perry County, Illinois, and Perry County, Missouri. Perry County in central Illinois, Perry County in Missouri, and then Jackson County in southern Illinois. Moving at 50 miles an hour, 60 mile an hour wind gusts. rotation near Evanville. Are you talking about down here? There's a couple little notches of rotation going on. Baldwin. Oh, you're talking about in Illinois. Okay. I'm probably gonna have to switch my radar here again because it's not giving me the clearest view. Unfortunately, this area is kind of a radar hole. Yeah, there is a little bit of rotation there. Just be watching it very closely. Good call on that New Jersey weather yesterday, John. Thank you. Tornado watch did tornado did touch down in Princeton Junction, New Jersey. I had no warning on it yesterday at all until after the fact. Saw it on the news this morning. Hey, no problem. Simply all things. Hey, weather check. Good to see you. Hopefully you're having a great day. Right now, just monitoring a bunch of severe thunderstorm warnings. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Should be, I think 6 right now. There's active. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 5 active severe thunderstorm warnings. Yeah, Sunday looks like it's gonna be an incredibly active day. I'm really trying to get the day off to chase, that day. I'm not sure if it's gonna happen. I'm not quite sure, but I'm going to try. That little bit of a rotation near Perryville right now. Too far away to really gauge anything on CC. Swing by Arizona and pick me up, right? Man, I wish. That'd be going about 20 hours out of my way and 20 hours there and then have to drop you all the way back off in Arizona. That'd be like a week-long trip right there. I'll definitely be chasing monsoon season though this year. I would like to at least. That Memphis one has me probably the most concerned right now. The one that was north of Memphis earlier. I don't know if it's still rotating like it was, but that thing had quite the inflow notch on it. It's hard to tell now. Be along this line right here. That's the one I was paying attention to. It wasn't warned and there was a CC drop, which had me a tad bit concerned. Still an area of rotation right there too, right along that inflow notch. Not really seeing anything as far as CCs though. No, it was earlier. Almost on a tornado this morning in the Phoenix area. Oh dang. Right. Simply. But I do appreciate everybody tuning in. You guys are awesome. Got a couple of new subscribers today, so thank you guys. I do appreciate it. Still watching our current threats here. The Paducah radar is getting closer and closer into view of where we can really start seeing some details. Some very, very heavy rain going on in these storms. Couple lightning strikes going on. New severe thunderstorm warning now for Cape Girardeau and Sykeston as that continues to push further and further east. That's a new severe thunderstorm warning. Sure, I'll hear about it in just a second. Yep. That is going... Oh, wait, no, that hasn't been issued yet. Yep, there we go.
There is one new severe thunderstorm warning for Illinois and Missouri.
That's for Alexander Union, Cape Girardeau, Mississippi, New Madrid, and Scott County in Illinois and Missouri. Yeah, my PC is working again, so I'm back live. My computer is really not liking this new weather program because it's so in depth. It's got so much, it uses a lot of my RAM, and I probably need to get an upgrade on RAM in the future. But we'll take a look at our areas that are potentially going to be hit here. Jackson, right now it's over Jackson. It'll be over Chaffee here soon in the next minute or so. Skeleton, or Sickyton, 244. Scott City, 252. Cape Girardeau, 252. So you got about 10 minutes. 3 o'clock Charleston, Jonesboro 308, 310 in Anna, Cairo, and 313, 333 in Vienna. Brady, thank you so much for joining. What's up? Yeah, in order to do that, I would need some good money to be able to afford that. Right now, I just can't financially do that at the moment. Storm over Sparta. This is Sparta. No, just kidding. Um, Sparta is where? Is it one of our severe warning storms? We'll go over the threat here. Chester, Perryville. Okay, Sparta. So this is the storm setup I'll be paying attention to. Right now, it was located over Sparta. Was it Piccaninnyville? We have Murfreesboro, Duquoin, Carbondale, Christopher, Centerville, and Heron at 3:29 p.m. So if we go over our current threats, you got about 26 minutes in Duquoin. Carbondale, you got about 30 minutes. Grand Tower should be actually right over you right now. Build you a PC if you have the budget for one. Prices have come down a lot here lately. Yeah, they have. Eventually, I would like to build one, but right now I'm trying to build my storm chasing setup on my car because I prefer to be out in the field and not at home forecasting. But I'd love to help try to get the warnings out in person. But if I can't, then it's just something else I need to work on investing here in the future. I just got this radar because it was I thought it was important to have, give you guys better outlooks and potential of what these storms could do. This radar is a lot better than other ones out there. Really gives you that nice detail with the lines and the warnings and the watch boxes. Kind of see where the worst potential could be. Oh, thank you. It's actually the same type of setup that the professional newscasters use, and I thought it was important for this. Yeah, priorities checkout, yeah. I'm always investing money in things that I can use to help save people's lives, and help get warnings out, put money into my car so I can get to places that are having severe potential. It's a lot of hard work, guys. But watching this as it continues here to push into the Mount Vernon area. Storm speed at 92 miles per hour. What? These storms are booking at 70 to 90 miles per hour to the east and northeast. Wow. That's pretty impressive. Getting some live lightning trackers here. I do appreciate y'all's support. Looking at our base velocity, it's kind of hard to tell because we're kind of in a bad radar area. I'm not seeing anything too crazy, but there is a little bit of an inflow notch to the east of Perryville. Those are always areas to watch in these convective, quasi-linear
There's
lines.
one new snow squall warning for Colorado.
Colorado's having a line of very, very strong snow squalls that are moving through. Same with New Mexico and Utah. Sorry, work call. Phoenix storm had tried to lower and then hit the mountains and stopped. It was severe warned at least. Wow. It's pretty impressive. Use KXSL. Okay. Oh. Okay. This should be that radar now. Just go to base. Yeah, really seeing that inflow notch there. Just not. Yeah, it's something to watch. There might be a little bit of some lowering rotation over Coulterville. Or Coulterville. Yeah. Simply all things. I really appreciate that. That's I'm glad that I can help you get your accurate weather. I am by no means a meteorologist. I'm just a guy who's studied storms my whole life and tracked them and chased them. And, just here for the love of weather and helping to save lives. Oh yeah, for sure, weather check.
There is one new severe thunderstorm warning for Illinois.
New severe thunderstorm warning for Bond, Clinton, Fayette, Marion, and Washington counties. Weather check. Are you a meteorologist? Interesting storm near. What is it? Oakwa, or is it Oakville? Not sure which one that is. Trying to remember these little towns off the top of my head where they were located. I'm gonna switch back to our sort of Paducah radar. Should be a lot closer to our Paducah radar now, yeah. So, pretty staggering line here. Nerdologist, yeah. Yeah, I'm just a goofball who loves the weather. Anything with lightning, tornadoes, severe weather is kind of my jam. So these storms are going to be over Jackson, Chaffee, Sikeston, Scott City, Cape Girardeau. Should be over Cape Girardeau right now. Charleston, Jonesboro, Anna, Cairo, and Vinya, Vina. So yeah, there's these storms are. Looks like we're getting some little prefrontals ahead of the line, so that's interesting. Vienna, sorry. Gonna take a look at our velocity scans. Nothing too wild right now on velocity. Wish there was a radar up here. Our nearest one is going to be KVWX near Evansville. And I think we're going to be too far out to see accurate velocities. But it does give us a good direction in which these line of storms are at right now. Very strong line of severe thunderstorms here. Very long duration line of severe thunderstorms. But I do appreciate everybody who is tuning into the live. If you're new to the page and have not subscribed, please consider doing so, and I'll be more than happy to cover not only an event like this, but other events as well during the springtime if I can't make it out chasing. I'm also going to be doing some more live storm chasing here in coming spring, so you'll see me out on the road tracking storms like this and supercells and stuff like that. It's gonna get wild this spring. I feel like this year's gonna be the big show. Just with towards the end of May going into more of a El Nino neutral. Actually, it's kind of El Nino neutral now, but not 100%. There's still a tornado watch. I'm wondering if they extend this further east throughout the afternoon, but I'm not the National Weather Service, so. Let's see. Latest update does have the potential to move this tornado potential possibly into Indiana. It would be like far east or far western Indiana along this quasi-linear convective line type setup. They're calling for possibly a brief tornado. We'll see how this evolves. Been a bunch of damage indicators. Power lines blown down due to storm, and that was going to be over in Stoward, Missouri. Trees down in Cape Girardeau. Trees down in Ballard, Kentucky. So pretty much severe warned through this entire area. No definite radar. We won't get a better look until these storms are right along this boundary to start peaking over at Indianapolis. I do have the Mount Carmel. Start looking at some of these more northern storms. So that severe thunderstorm warning, I believe that's going to be in Illinois. Breckmeyer, Greenville, Mulberry Grove at 304. So that's about 4 or 5 minutes away. Pactola, or Patoka, Vandalia, Brownstown, Kinmundy, sorry, St. Elmo, Altamound, and Watson at 347. They are showing tour possible with this severe thunderstorm warning. Take a look at our radar here. It's very corrupted radar. But there is a tour possible. I would treat it like a tornado warning. If you're in Kinmundy, I would be seeking shelter. Also, Vandalia, I'd be seeking shelter. Edgewood, I'd be on lookout for this storm. These storms are moving at 70 miles an hour. The tornado would not be able to be seen very well. Be very dangerous to be outside. Please make sure to seek shelter on the lowest floor of your house. These storms can produce brief spin-ups and can be quite dangerous. Also, there's some hail falling with it too. Take a look here at this. Also, the one near Mount Vernon has a tour possible attached to it. Severe thunderstorm warning here for DuQuoin. That's going to be moving into McLeansboro. West Frankfort. It's about to move into your area right now. Looking here, we have that storm making a fast track over to Paducah. Let's take a look here. I appreciate everybody watching and taking time. I'm guessing that's going to be Paducah, Kentucky, where that storm is. We'll double verify that to make sure it's not another state. Those storms are ripping through all the way south into Memphis right now. So it is the Paducah, Kentucky radar. So it's just a really multifaceted severe weather event covering a lot of states. I mean, you have Arkansas, Illinois, possibly into Indiana. Very, very nasty line of storms. Tennessee, over into Missouri. I mean, a lot of states being affected by these storms today. Charleston at 3:01, so that's right over you right now. Jonesboro, this is going to be moving into your area in the next couple minutes. Anna, Mounds, Cairo, 3:13. Vienna, 3:34. Massac, 3:44. Metropolis, 3. Let's see. Metropolis at 3:45. Hendron at 3:50, and Paducah, Kentucky at 3:55 or 53. Sorry. So within the next hour into the Paducah area. Still watching these current. I think the further we go here into the afternoon, once it starts getting into past Paducah, I think our tornado threat's really going to diminish. But we could always have a random spin up at any point. We had, I think, 3 or 4 tornado warnings earlier today across Missouri. So just continuing to watch right now as these continue to push off. Our next big threat for severe weather is going to be a dry line event across North Texas into actually I would say Northwest Texas into Northwest and west and Northwest and Southwest Oklahoma. Basically covering the western half of the state, really, into south central Kansas. Going to be a real severe weather potential. Definitely QLCS as it pushes. Large hail and tornadoes will be possible, I would say more likely. Based off the forecasts that I've seen, but it's becoming more and more of a possibility for a few tornadoes and large hail being possible across the Texas-Oklahoma border early on in that threat. So something to definitely watch. Still monitoring multiple severe thunderstorm warnings, and I'll be more than happy to go over in detail of what those are going to be. Let's take a look here. Our current warnings right now are going to be in Illinois, Kentucky, and Missouri. That's Alexander, Johnson, Pulaski, Union, Bullard, Carsill, and Mississippi. So that's one tornado warning. Take a look. That is going to be our Paducah storm, I believe. Really, this whole thing is now just a giant severe thunderstorm warning, and I'm guessing that's going from Missouri all the way into Illinois. Major threat with this QLCS threat. And we also have this new tornado warning, and that was just issued just now. That's going to be for Mount Vernon, Benton, and Carbondale as that continues to push east towards Evansville and Mount Carmel. Oh, sorry. I was looking at this whole thing as a tornado watch. Sorry. That's how far the tornado watch extends. So it'll be interesting to see if they do an extension onto our tornado watch here, which is highlighted in pink. Hello, who joined?
Hello, good friend.
Hello, and I'm live on YouTube.
Hello, audience.
So guys, you're hearing my buddy Hunter. I'm currently detailing the severe weather threat. We got a QLCS type setup. We've had multiple tornado warnings. We don't have any current tornado warnings right now, but we are still within the tornado watch area. Multiple severe thunderstorm warnings ongoing. Yeah, it took me by surprise too. I was like, who just woo?
Yeah, quite an interesting day today. We got a TOA out of a slight guard out of a 2% risk.
Yeah.
You don't see that happen too often.
No, you definitely don't. So this is Hunter. He's one of my partners here in StormQuest, our new team. Very experienced chaser, along with everybody that's in our chat, or in our team, I should say. Zane is another one of. He's our founder. I'm kind of the co-founder of StormQuest. I've been really working on making a good thing out of this team. Same with everybody. So.
Hey, John, just giving you a heads up. I invited you to the Facebook page as an admin, so check your invites on Facebook whenever you get the chance.
Alrighty then. Let's take a look here. I see it. See that you invited me to like the page. I didn't see that you invited me to become.
Oh, was it just like it? Hold on, give me 1 minute. I'll fix that.
So yeah, guys, we're just building our social media up as another resource for getting warnings out. So we have our Twitter account for StormQuest. We have our Facebook and our YouTube created. We're going to have a separate team channel apart from this channel, which is going to be just my footage that I'm going to be putting up here. Stuff that I personally captured during events. And then there will be actual storm chase footage from the team on the other channel. We don't have any videos up on that channel. As soon as we do, I'll start promoting it. Dude, it is 95 degrees here in San Antonio right now.
95?
It is 95 with 40 dew points.
It is 51 Orion right now.
Jeez. I cannot believe how hot it is. Jeez. Hey, it's one of those good nights to set up and barbecue.
That sounds awesome.
Right?
I can't wait for springtime to roll around this nice 60-degree nights. Oh, man.
San Antonio, you'll have 78-degree nights, and it'll be just cherry and sit outside. As long as you have enough bug spray to cover a semi-truck. Because the mosquitoes here, they're like, what's deep? I swear they're like immune to it here. Still going on. Can we trade locations? It's 36 here and raining. Oh no. Simply all things I wish I could, honestly. I actually like the cold. I like the cold to an extent. Like, I can do 20s and 30s. I can do 40s. But when you start getting into that negative 30, negative 20 degree range, I start to lose all hope for that area. Kansas.
Hey, now. You right.
So Hollyton right now is going under that severe thunderstorm. Ashley, Richview, Irvington, Womack, Woodlawn, Dix, Luca, Xenia, and Flora are all under a severe thunderstorm warning, and that's where those storms are heading to. I do appreciate. Did you get a chance to resend me that invite?
Not yet. I'm just browsing Twitter right now.
Work list. Okay. I forgot I had Discord open until you went woo. I had to like go. What just happened? Multiple severe thunderstorm warnings ongoing. We also have the one down near Paducah. Let's see where. So this is Tennessee into Kentucky here. Tennessee, Columbus, Hickman, Arlington, Clinton, Wingo, and Mayfield. So that's Kentucky. It's just a severe thunderstorm warning. There's no tornado involved. Just putting that disclaimer there now. My heart, every time severe weather goes through Mayfield, man, I just have my heart sinks. That poor town. If anybody's not familiar with the December 10th, 2021 event, a violent EF4 tornado ripped through the town of Mayfield, Kentucky. Very, very devastating. A bunch of people lost their lives at a candle factory. Just horrible circumstance. My heart and prayers still go out to the families that are struggling with the aftermath of that tornado. There is for Kentucky, Charleston, Anna, Cairo, Marion, Marsa, Massac, Metropolis, Paducah, Raidland, Harrisburg, and El Dorado. If you're in those areas, please pay close attention to this line. This setup was already it's already going to be over Cairo. It's heading to Marion by 3:30 p.m. Paducah, you got roughly probably about 25 to 30 minutes before that hits. Thank you for everybody who's stayed up and tuned into my live stream. I really do appreciate all of your support, as always. If you're new here and you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, please consider subscribing. I would love to try to hit 500 followers. Just keep getting these warnings out and keep building the channel. And it takes viewers' contribution from you guys, so I do appreciate it. Also, if you haven't, make sure to hit that like button. Helps to get the word out even more. Yeah, but currently watching all of our severe threats. We're under that tornado watch right now still. Tornado watch is going to be up until about 6 p.m. But I think, dude, these storms have had a forward movement. Oh, Hunter, are you still there? Oh. These storms have been moving like 70 miles per hour plus. Very, very strong forward movement on these. Yep, it is hot outside. Columbus, Hickman, Arlington, Clinton, Wingo, and Mayfield. Around probably in the next 30 minutes or so. Wait for Mayfield. Do tornadoes usually stay on the ground long? All depends on the circumstance. If you have like a plane set up with a lot of cape, high wind shear, where these storms can really sustain themselves with enough available moisture and convective available potential energy, you can sustain these tornadoes for half an hour, sometimes multiple hours. But with storms like this, where you get these little kinks inside of these linear systems, the tornadoes are usually very brief, maybe at max like 5-10 minutes. Very rare that they're on the ground longer than that. Like I said, it all depends on what kind of setup you have. You get your typical plane setups. It's Tornado Alleys usually, and Dixie Alley, as they call it, Louisiana over to Georgia. You get your longer duration, long track supercells that can track anywhere from over 10 minutes to over 2 hours. Depends on how long these storms can self-sustain themselves with enough inflow. But days like today, very brief spin-ups. They'd be small, but even the smallest tornadoes can do a lot of damage. Right now we're still got our severe thunderstorm warnings. For Illinois, it's going to be Clay, Cumberland, Effingham, Jasper, and Shelby counties. For Kentucky and Missouri, we have Fulton, Hickman, and Mississippi counties. Illinois, we have Franklin, Jackson, Jefferson, Perry, and Williamson counties. Another severe thunderstorm warning for Christian, Moultrie, and Shelby counties in Illinois. And then we also have Alexander, Johnson, Pulaski, Union, Ballard County, Carlisle, and Mississippi counties. That's Illinois, Kentucky, and Missouri. So we also have Bond, Clinton, Fayette, Marion, Washington. Most of those storms have now pushed off to the east, but there's still a bunch of active severe thunderstorm warnings. So there's something to pay attention to. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 active warnings ongoing. Also for Randolph, St. Clair, and Washington counties in Illinois. That one should be expiring in about 7 minutes or so.
Okay, well, the page, you should have page X that's now pinning in your invites.
Okay. Alright, got it. Hope I've been helpful in answering everybody's questions about today's severe weather threat. If anybody has any questions, please feel free to join up in the chat. I'd be more than happy to help answer anybody's questions that they might have. But we still got these active severe thunderstorm warnings, so we're still watching. It's starting to move on to the fringes of our tornado watch, and kind of surprised if they were going to extend it. They would have done it, I think, by now. So we have that one severe thunderstorm warning that's coming into Kidmundi a couple of minutes ago. St. Elmo a couple of minutes ago. It would be heading towards Watson at 3:37, 3:40 Effingham, Tedopolis 3:44, Dietrich at 3:46, 3:56 down to Newton, 4:01 into Greenup, and 4:11 into Casey. So just heads up for y'all folks in Illinois as that starts pushing into the Indiana border. Some pretty strong hail coming towards Florida. Some probably pea-sized hail. Very fast-moving storms. Should be moving into Mount Vernon right about now, or already over at Florida in the next couple minutes. Louisville, Kentucky, 3:35. Clay City, 3:39. Noble, 3:44. Newton at 3:50. Oblong, 3:57. Robinson, 4:03. And West Terry, how is it? Who? 4:22. A lot of warnings ongoing right now, guys. Warnings are expiring here shortly as those storms are moving out of the area. For the most part, I think the major part of the tornado threat has diminished. A couple of warnings are being allowed to expire currently. Um, still watching. Still watching the threat. Go over to KHPX. Watching these here. So it's over Paducah right now. Very strong line of winds. I'll be right back, y'all. I'm just gonna grab something quick to bite. You'll still be able to hear me. I'm just gonna zoom out here, give a whole look of what's going on with the severe thunderstorm warnings. A lot of these are starting to move over out of that tornado watch area, so hopefully the tornado threat diminishes severely. Is all that moving into the Detroit area? I don't think they're expecting any severe weather in Detroit. I think it'll start to really lose its power as sun goes down. It's got quite a way to go before it gets into Michigan. It's moving more into the Indianapolis area, but I don't think it's going to be as potent by the time it gets to Indianapolis. Because Indianapolis is, the further north you go, you're starting to get more, it's going to be more snow and freezing rain as you get north of Indianapolis and Fort Wayne. It's going to be freezing rain, ice pellets, too cold up there to really sustain severe weather. still continuing to watch our threats here as we go later into this afternoon. Excuse me. Ugh. Had to sneeze. This, I believe, now it's become very outflow driven. I'm not really seeing these kinks in the lines as much. The only one that I really see that is noticeable is north of Union City, near Fulton, Kentucky. Take a look at our velocity signature, and there's really nothing even showing up there. Switch over to KHPX. That's even a little far away for my taste. Actually, KPAH is probably the closest. And I don't even see a couplet there, so I wouldn't worry about it right now. Other than the damaging wind threat, I don't believe that there's a tornado threat with that right now. Thank you guys for staying with me here. We're still watching our severe weather threat across Kentucky, up into Missouri and Illinois, as well as Tennessee. Little bits of Tennessee. Alright, guys, still here. Just grabbing some food. Definitely. I'm excited to see how far Storm Quest, that's our new team here. We're based out of Oklahoma and Texas. And we're about to do some amazing things. We're working on trying to become full-time storm chasing and forecasting. That way we have like actual weather center and like a house that we would actually rent specifically for staging for severe thunderstorms and severe weather events, and have a full forecasting area and the whole 9 yards. Like, that is our ultimate goal in the long run, is to be able to have that. But you got to start off small and work your way up. We're also looking for sponsors too, so if anybody has a company who would like to sponsor us, let us know. Yeah, it's definitely fascinating how these storms can just keep pushing and pushing. It really has to deal with the atmospheric conditions. There's a couple things that you really need to look at, and one of them is going to be your amount of convective available potential energy. And where these storms are here, especially to the north here, definitely down here, you're starting to see a lot more of that elevated convective available potential energy for these storms to really feed off of. And these are the current amount of CAPE, or that's what we call it, convective available potential energy. You're also going to need to look at your dew points, which I'm not sure this necessarily shows, but you're also going to need to look at how your winds change. You got these little gravity waves sometimes that those can influence. You got your low level jet pushing the storm very fast, 60, 70 knots, low level jet, very powerful, definitely sustainable for severe weather. You also got to look at a bunch of other stuff. I could geek out over the weather all day long, but to the general area, I'd like to keep general public, I'd like to keep things a little more simplified. Still watching these storms. Guarantee a couple new warnings will be issued. I think these ones, let's see, KVWX. These ones are probably going to remain, maybe even, yeah, these are definitely going to remain strong. And these are going to probably increase with a couple new warnings here soon, as this southern bow end of this moves off to the east. We might still see some severe thunderstorm warnings across towards Bowling Green, Nashville. Well, maybe not Nash. Let's see. How far does this line extend? We got them, yeah. I mean, it definitely could push down towards Nashville, Tennessee. Oh man, there we go. Got a 43 mile an hour wind gust reported there. 61 mile an hour wind gust reported there. Train weather spotter. Some siding torn off house. Small limbs down. 60 mile an hour winds. Multiple roadsides blown over. This is all going to be east of the St. Louis area. Shingles blown off house. Large trees down. Interesting. 12-inch trees blown down there. That'd be northwest of Mount Vernon. Large tree blown down near Festus. And that's in Missouri. Power pole leaning on Old Highway 13 in Carbondale, Illinois. .61 mile an hour wind gust reported there. Uh, 1,200 customers without power currently. And that was near Paducah to the west. .60 mile an hour wind. Power lines down. I mean, just kind of some of the dangers that can happen with these storms. These storms will be in Louisville. Well, they should already be in Louisville right now. Clay City, Noble, Claremont, Sumner, Lawrenceville, Robinson, Flat Rock, Palestine should be under that risk. Palestine, guessing that's Illinois or in Kentucky. 432. I have a hard time seeing this because I don't have the state lines on. I really need to add those. Hey, what's up, Twilight Pony? Thank you so much for tuning in. Just taking a look here at all of our severe weather setup. Confidence. What I'm trying to find is the layers for the state lines, and I don't know what to push. But yeah, so there's definitely some. I'm glad I said your name correctly. Yeah, there's a pretty lengthy group of severe thunderstorms here going up and down. No new severe thunderstorms as of right now. This line is still continuing here. Toledo. Let's see. If I go up to the north section. Severe thunderstorm warning, Effingham. So these storms are starting to slowly push off into Indianapolis, Evansville, Indiana. So that would be down here. Or sorry, Evansville. Evansville, Indiana. I think. Yep. And then also Kentucky. It's right now over the town of Paducah. There's the Paducah radar showing that really nasty line of storms just passing Paducah, going towards Hopkinsville, Clarksville, Tennessee. Is in line for these storms too. Yeah, I pray for him too. Looks like it's gonna be some damaging winds. In fact, there's already a lot of damage already done by this over in Missouri earlier. You had some 12-inch trees blown down, large trees, multiple road signs blown over. Yeah, my heart and prayers go out to these people. Anytime a severe weather threat goes over these similar areas to the Mayfield tornado and Bowling Green later that night, those areas I always am like, I have a little little stone in my stomach every time severe weather goes over those areas. Also here into parts of Illinois here, into the Indiana border. Except that radar is not wanting to kick on, so we'll have to go to there we go. It's not the best radar, I guess. Best radar is going to be KVWX for this. Ugh. And that's where my radar just up and quit. Okay, well, shut her on down. Or not. Okay. Let me try to reload this. It's having some technical difficulties. Continue application. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I hear you. At least I'm almost confident the tornado threat in this has completely diminished. I think it's just going to be a damaging wind threat, and eventually these storms will really start to fall apart as soon as it loses that daytime heating. But yeah, so we're continuing to watch that. But I do appreciate everybody who has joined me up on the stream today. I appreciate all the new people who subscribe to the channel. Thank you guys for your support, guys and gals. And I always appreciate anytime people click on my live for live broadcast weather news. Hope I'm able to help save lives. Even if I get to help save one life, I feel like I did something right. I'm a storm chaser and storm spotter for the National Weather Service in San Antonio, Texas. But I travel all over the wherever there's a major severe weather threat. I'm usually at that event, if it's in Texas or Oklahoma. I do go into Kansas as well sometimes. Yeah, right now the worst of the severe weather. There's kind of like it says there's a meso. There's not a whole lot of rotation on these anymore, but I'll double check just to confirm. I think it's just because it's close to the radar. Definitely some damaging winds though. This Boeing segment's gonna have probably 60, maybe even 70 mile an hour winds. That's the line that is probably the most intense out of all of these. But rain's always good. Rain's always good to see. Something that's been missing here in San Antonio for a while. Tree fell on house near Bethlehem Church, and this is going to be near Paducah, Kentucky. We also had 1,200 people without power. Trees across the highways. 60 mile per hour winds reported. So yeah, definitely some dangerous storms involved. We did have a couple of tornado warnings earlier, and those have now since passed. A lot of these storms are moving out of the tornado watch area, thank God. Another major severe weather threat is going to be happening this weekend. That is going to be for Texas, Oklahoma, and Kansas. Right across the western part of those states. Yeah. There's a lot of people reporting damage. 60 mile an hour wind gust. Some siding torn off house. 12-inch trees blown down. Signs blown over. Large tree down at the moment. So yeah, this pretty strong impacts. My heart and prayer go out to all those people that need to do cleanup after today's storm. It's very, very intense. Yeah, it's pretty strong winds to blow over some large trees, even some 12-inch trees. It's even actually harder to blow down the small trees than it is the large ones. Yeah, I think this storm is slowly starting to fall apart. Not 100% yet. There's still active severe thunderstorm warnings, but there's not a ton of them being reissued. So that's a good sign. If you want to see storms starting to fall apart, there's less and less warnings going on and no new ones being issued. So that's a good sign. I think this one up here will still continue to be remained warned probably as it gets closer to Bloomington, just because of how strong this straight line wind is. But it definitely looks like it's starting to diminish compared to how it was earlier, where we were having a lot of rotation along these lines. So a lot of tornado warnings happened earlier. Is it somewhat warmer in that area? That's a good question. I don't know what the current... Actually, I can pop that up. I forgot this software does everything. Take a look. We'll look at our temperatures here. Might take a minute to load. So dew points in this area are favorable for severe weather. You got those 55, 57 dews. Further, that just means the amount of moisture content in the air. Your dew points are about 54. Well, temperatures right now in Kentucky and Kentucky, Tennessee is roughly about the high 70s to low or mid 70s. You do have some 70-degree temps getting all the way into Indianapolis area. So there's definitely some warm air going on with these storms. My day's going pretty good so far. Today's my day off, so thought if there was some severe weather that I would probably help cover it, since I'm since it's kind of what I do. I usually spend most of my time off trying to forecast out severe weather, especially how active the weather pattern is. I don't know, but that's me. Even when I'm not working, I'm still working. Oh yeah, I gotta love some days off. So definitely some warm temps. It's actually, as this cold front comes through, you really see that big temperature difference from 77 before the cold front, which is these storms here, to 59 degrees behind these storms. So I mean, definitely some noticeable temperature differences. If you get down into Texas, you can really see where those temperatures are warm. Because I'm here in San Antonio and it's 92.3 degrees. It's crazy how that warm air goes all the way into parts of Indiana. Strong winds. Where are you located, Twilight Pony? If you don't mind me asking. General area, I should say. You don't have to tell me exactly where you live. I wonder if it's normal for temps for February there. So this is way above average for us here in South Central Texas, but it's not unheard of. We only have honestly like 2 weeks of winter here in San Antonio, so. Oh, you're in Ohio. Okay. So Cleveland right now is at 36 degrees. Mansfield's at 39, Sandusky's at 34. Further north you go, you start getting into those cooler temps. Looks like some freezing rain up by Cleveland and Sandusky and Toledo. Akron's at 34 degrees. Youngstown at Mansfield, Ohio's at 39. Got some rain and probably sleet mixing in the area. Right now they're showing a lot of this as freezing rain. Oh, Dayton is at 70 degrees. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, Dayton right now, Dayton, Ohio, 72 degrees. So there's a pretty big difference between, let's see, Dayton is, there's Detroit, Dayton. Dayton could be expecting rain probably around 8 to 9 with some, maybe a rumble of thunder or two. Oh, Dayton's right here. So Dayton could get a little bit of this rumbles of thunder here, but I don't think it's going to be anything close to severe like it has been. Let's take a look here. Dayton, 70. Just to the north of you in Sydney, it's 46. So, quite the difference in temp. Right now, you got some snow and sleet near Detroit, and snow and sleet just north of Cleveland. Yeah, nighttime storms are bad, but I don't think you guys are gonna have anything to really worry about. Maybe some moderate to heavy rain. These storms should be really winding down here soon. Got that nice bowing segment here. That's going to be some straight line wind damage. Paducah, there is trees blocking the road. Tree fell on house. Yeah, that's not good. Yeah, there's just some. I think the rain's gonna transition into snow in Detroit. We'll see Detroit, Michigan. So right now they're having freezing rain mixed in with ice pellets. It's going to continue throughout the night with some freezing rain mixed in with some sleet. Nothing too crazy. Could be a lot of ice though that ends up accumulating this evening. So that could be dangerous for the aspect of power outages. Yeah, they'll definitely become weak as they get into Ohio. I don't think they're gonna get maintain. They're not forecasted to maintain strength. I saw them just going east, but not being severe because it really starts to run out of that energy available in the atmosphere as these continue to push. Just waiting for this radar to load. They should be. This warning here should be expired pretty soon. I couldn't imagine that one staying up. Yeah, because that one's out of the warned area. I wouldn't be surprised if you get another severe thunderstorm warning as it goes towards Bowling Green, Kentucky, over towards Princeton. But they're not indicating that right now, so maybe it's a sign of things to come as far as how weak these storms are. Take a look back at the Indianapolis radar. And my weather software crashed once again. What is on right now? Let's take that off, whatever that is. Okay, next start pro. Okay, so I mean these are still relatively strong storms. Oblong, this storm is going to be there in about 5 to 8 minutes. Robinson, Bridgeport, Lawrenceville, Palestine, Venezia, Sullivan, and Bricknell. It's going to be in your area around 5:06. Hey, I'm not holding anybody here. If y'all want to go check out other channels, and that's perfectly fine. I totally get it. I started streaming earlier, but I had my computer crash. I've been live probably a full. Let's see. Probably close to 4 hours I've been live. So, between both streams. So, but yeah, it looks like they've lifted a lot of the warnings. Yeah, there's only one severe thunderstorm warning right now, and that's gonna be in Kentucky, I believe. Yeah. I hear you, Simply Life. So there's two severe thunderstorm warnings still. One in Illinois. I think that's that one. They're only showing that one, so one of them must have gotten discontinued. The only one that should be active is for Lawrence and Crawford counties. I just want to thank everybody for hanging out, and hopefully y'all been paying attention to the weather and being safe. Okay, so the pink is a tornado watch. They do a little bit different colors here on WSV3, the WSV3 radar. So on here, pink is tornado watch, red is severe thunderstorm warning. I believe our tornado warnings are going to be pink on this radar too. And it'll flash and it'll say tornado warning. It's pretty nice graphics actually. This tornado watch portion should be canceled here shortly. Still continuing to watch these areas, but a majority of these storms have mostly moved out of the Paducah area. They're probably gonna cancel these out here momentarily, could imagine. These storms to the north are on the boundary too. Once these push over into Indianapolis, I think I think the tornado threat's done now as it is. I don't really see a major tornado threat anymore. Thank you for the 10 people watching. You're always free to join the chat. Let me know where you guys are from. Yeah, I've been live on this stream for 2 hours. So, probably cumulative 4 hours between the two streams before my system crashed. Did you get some sleep for the stream? I got some good sleep for school. I got some good sleep last night. I slept from about 2 a.m. to 10 p.m.-ish. Or, sorry, 2 a.m. to 10 a.m. So, roughly about 10 hours of sleep. Or 8 hours of sleep. God, I need to drink some coffee today, I swear. Yes, guys, like and subscribe. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. Share this out with your friends, especially if you live in these watched and warned areas in Kentucky, Indiana, Illinois, Missouri. Going to be having more and more of these severe weather threats as we go into springtime. So, Yeah, Twilight Pony. Go ahead and ask. I'll be more than happy to help answer. Got a couple of thunderstorms still firing off. What are blue symbols for? Oh, are you talking about these little blue symbols here? These are storm reports. So each one of these is a registered storm spotter, which is like me. We go ahead and we report something. It'll pop up on the screen here as a storm report. So 61 mile an hour wind gusts. You'll see these 51 mile an hour wind gusts. It'll label the city. Trees blown over. Yeah, so each one of these is a storm spotter report, either by law enforcement or emergency services or a registered storm spotter with the National Weather Service who's out chasing. Yeah, it's a pretty handy tool. I don't know. My spotter dot's off because I'm not chasing anything right now. So, but if I was chasing, you would see my little spotter location. My last one. What are the orange arrows for? Okay, so the orange arrows here are going to be for your storm tracks. Those storm tracks, if I zoom into a storm, let's go to this severe thunderstorm warning. This is going to show the general worst area of this storm and which areas it's going to move over. So it'll give me a layout of each time based off of the forward movement of the storm and what time it's going to arrive in that area. So it'll show me a countdown. Let's say Carlisle. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that wrong. Carlisle. It'll show that it's about 15 minutes out from downtown. Carlisle. I think that's how you pronounce it, Carlisle. But it'll show a time here, so it will give me all of the cities that are going to be affected and which time that storm is going to move in. Which I think is a very helpful tool. It's actually the same software that professional news stations use for forecasting out their severe weather. White would be hail, but it would show up in it would be like pink, dark pink, kind of like a light pink to a white color, for hail, yeah. Some radars show hail differently, but usually most high-res radars will show it as a pink. Some of them go pink to black, some of them go pink to white. All depends on what radar program you're using. Right now I'm using WSV3. This is probably the most high-res radar you can get. So, I mean, we still have that severe thunderstorm warning. That one's continuing. Going to our severe. We just have that one severe thunderstorm warning. There's not really any hail that I can really demonstrate with this. There was earlier. Those two severe thunderstorm warnings are going to expire 1 and 2 minutes. Yeah, so this one right here is going to be expiring here shortly. This one's going to be expiring here in about 45, 50 minutes. Yeah, so these storms are still really starting to lose their punch. They're moving into some not so favorable areas. So right now it's doing a countdown to the end of that severe thunderstorm warning. But they could lift it before it even times out. So just depending on how it remains, how strong it remains. But these lines are really starting to break now, which is a good sign. We look at this radar. I don't know if it'll load up. Yeah. So this isn't even severe warned and moved out of the tornado watch box. They're probably going to discontinue that. Just looks like some decently strong storms moving into Hopkinsville. It still might get a severe thunderstorm warning, but I think the majority of that is pretty much over with. Yeah, I'm here. Yeah, I'm about waiting for dinner myself. I'm looking forward to it. The next big severe weather threat's gonna be Sunday into Monday, Sunday night into Monday, and that's gonna be for areas of Texas. And I'll show you guys what the which cities could be affected here. We'll zoom out. I hate how this doesn't show the lines of the states to give me an idea. I need to figure out how to put that. It would give me a better. I need to go through the settings on this thing again. So for convective outlooks, day 5. So this is going to be our severe weather threat, and this is going to go on Sunday night into Monday. It's going to be 30% chance for severe weather, including large tornadoes initially, followed by a very strong line of QLCS type thunderstorms. A linear line like you're seeing today with this, where it's been a line of thunderstorms. That's how it'll become. It's going to be a dry line type setup. Something you more see in April into May. But this year we might be getting a little bit early. So it's going to be, I wouldn't be surprised if it encompasses Oklahoma City as well, with the worst of that risk. Same with Wichita Falls. It's going to be a pretty dangerous day on Sunday night. Everything that I see screams tornado outbreak possible. Very, very dangerous setup. From anywhere southwest of Wichita towards Lubbock, it's going to be a pretty rough day. But hey guys, I am going to probably be ending this live stream here. Looks like I'm gonna kind of wait for this last warning to expire. I really don't think there's gonna be much other severe weather potential with this setup. These storms are just gonna be more of a rain setup here. Maybe some lightning and rumbles of thunder, but as far as anything really major going on, I think the worst of it has passed, as it was more into our eastern areas, western areas. Around St. Louis is when it was really strong, which is good. Glad to see that these storms are really starting to lose their punch and kind of fall apart. Yes, most definitely. I will be updating everybody on the severe potential on Sunday. Thank you guys for tuning in. Much love and light, guys. And I will see you guys here soon. Probably this weekend. If I'm not out actually chasing myself, which is still a very good possibility. And even then, I might be live chasing, so subscribe to my channel if you guys would like to see me chase live in the future. I'm going to be doing a lot of it here, also a lot of forecasting streams